What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC. What's up? That writes fiction, and we're back at it actually with a new entry. This is my first reaction review of the manga, The Hunters Guild Red Hood. Now, I've seen this pop up a couple of times. It's actually been as a tab on my computer for a long time, but I was just like, do I really want to get into something brand new? And yes, I do want to get into something brand new, being that everything that I, read to completion or started, it was kind of like in the middle. So starting something brand new that's actually really new, this gives me almost like Black Clover vibes, because I had caught Black Clover kind of when it was first coming out, at least the anime version. It was only a couple of episodes out when it came out, and so I've been following it since then, and then went back and started reading the manga when around the elf arc, when there was major breaks on the anime. I was just all let me go ahead for the manga. And so ever since then, I was just hooked on that. And then of course, Attack on Titan's done. I was reading a little bit of Dr. Stone. I need to watch the second season. I was reading the manga and stuff like that. But this is something to be able to dive into, from the jump. So I'm actually really excited about it. So what is the Hunters Guild Red Hood? So the author is Yuki Kawaguchi, and it looks like they did a couple of things with My Hero Academia, and then they actually have a couple of other mangas out in general. I think 2 other ones. But what is this about? So the Hunters Guild Red Hood, the summary is: in a world terrorized by werewolves, Baloo wants to save his village, but the villagers decide to seek outside help and hire Grim, a little girl who's part of the Hunters Guild. Baloo would need to team up with this outsider to become the hero he wants to be. Now that's a little summary. I just finished as far as the first chapter, and it's actually really dope. I didn't know this was going to be a play on fairy tales, and my thing is I love fairy tales, so I recognize everything from, Grimm. We got the Grimm brothers, and they're famous for a lot of these fairy tales. The Frog King, The Wolf and the 7 Young Kids, Rapunzel, 3 Little Men in the Woods, Hansel and Gretel, of course, Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see. I'm trying to do ones that pretty much a lot of people know. Let's see. Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin. So there's a lot. There's actually a lot. So, when looking at this and finding out that the little girl, which I don't know why she's able to change into a full-fledged grown woman or whatever, but I'm sure that they're gonna go into that. That's really cool. When she gets into fighting mode, she then turns into a super dope badass and whatnot. But that was really cool. I like the way that they set it up as far as the beginning, her asking him, about dragons. Little did we know until later on that was the ending of the chapter, basically, of their conversation. But being able to bring it into this particular way was really cool, because it set it up. Now, I don't know how far they're gonna get, whether it's gonna be just the werewolves with this one, and then they switch off into other things, because again, she mentioned, the dragons were real, but they exterminated them, and made them myth. So then we have werewolves, as far as werewolves that the people that are able to shape shift and transform. then, they brought up witches and other things like that. So this looks like it could be a full-fledged kind of world-building thing, and I'm actually curious to see. I think that there is, let's see, I just read chapter 1, and there's a new chapter that just released. Right now there's 6 chapters. So I'm definitely going to dive into those and give those a review. Some of the things that I really liked about this was the fact that there was these cool little, let me see if I can break it up, but there's these gadgets basically, and let's see, so it's loading up. So where is it at? So at first it was interesting because this is spoiler, so if you haven't read it, definitely go read it. But it was interesting because I originally I thought it was just all like, it seemed too, I was all like, is it the mayor? It seemed kind of obvious that it was almost, and I kind of feel bad for falling for that, but because that's what I was thinking, like literally from the jump, I was all like, is it the mayor? But then, come to find out it wasn't, which is cool. But so the one thing that I do like is the fact that I want to find out why Grimm is able to go from like a kid to like a full-fledged adult. But I like, as far as the Hunters Guild in general, what they're like, and it was founded by Little Red Riding Hood, which I thought was very, very interesting. But one of the things is she has these tools. I'm trying to see where, because they do these little things within the manga that actually show like, oh, it's a part of her tools. So it's like tools, she has like a 616 tools or something like that. Oh, here we go. The Hunter's 616 tools, the Hound's muzzle. So that was really, really cool. And then there was another one that she did. So within this chapter, I want to say she pulled out 3 of them. Pocket Chimney was another one, which was cool. So the Hunter's Tool, 616 or 616 tools, Pocket Chimney. So that was the second one that she used. And then I want to say she used 3 of them. Oh, what was cool was a quote. The quote was really cool. Do you think horses and cows, so this is something Grimm had told the little boy. Now it's interesting, I don't know who's the main character yet. I don't know if it's the little boy or Grimm, so that's gonna be interesting. But she tells the little boy, she's just like, do you think horses and cows hold still and let wolves eat them, that they just flop over and expose their bellies to be ravaged? Humans don't have hooves to run fast or thick hides to block teeth or sharp horns to stab with. Our weapon is our minds. We have to use that soft, squishy horn to break down our foes. So that was really, really dope. I'm glad that they're sticking with dropping some dope inspirational things in here. So that's always a plus for me. That's one of the reasons why I really like Black Clover. I feel like this is one of those mentors, and it's cool if the little boy is the main character. I think it's always cool whenever they do an opposite sex mentor. I always think that that's really cool. Him getting his strength, that was really cool. And what was cool was, I'm curious to find out this axe, because the Grimm was just all like, a scrawny little kid like him, don't tell me that axe is, and it kind of left it like that. And so I think she used the third one, which was this bomb. Let me see. No, that was just the bomb. So it looks like she just used 2. So the Hunter's tools, 616 tools, she just used 2. So I'm curious to see more about that in the future. That was really, really cool. All in all, This was chapter 1, and it got me. I was just like, well, it's talking about fairy tales in a really unique way, so I'm curious to see just how it develops. But I think that this is gonna be something that y'all see more content on. So let me know if y'all want to see more content like this, as far as the breakdowns and the reviews and leaks, different things like that. I like going into mangas and stuff that are more along the lines with my personality and the things that I personally like. I don't want to follow the trends, so this one I think is a good one. It's got 6 chapters, so I'm gonna check it out, so make sure to leave a like. What did y'all think about, the Hunters Guild? Is it something that y'all are regularly reading? If so, let me know y'all's favorite parts in the comment section. And again, I have my manga out, volume 1, 11 issues, the most random manga ever. It is a cannabis themed manga style comic book, so I have 8 issues you can read for free, and then you can get the full volume, which has 11 issues edited, all that good to go. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Again, this is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Peace.
Gems of wisdom that might take a few decades to decode, so I better get the work on. No need for second guessing, cause it was already written, or was it? Is it all predetermined or devised by your hand? No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. Is it all predetermined or devised by your hand? No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. Take control of what you can't control. Break out this handheld, hell made digital. Behold the pale horses. I'm falling down the rabbit